morning, guys. It is a little bit after 11 and we have already been on the road for over 4 hours. We got an early start this morning. Yesterday was a really tough day, and the original plan was that it would take us 3 days to get to the beach town we're headed to. And yesterday should have been our longest day of those 3 days. But we woke up this morning and everyone is just anxious and tired and just really not wanting to do these drives. So we made the decision, whether it's right or wrong, we don't know. But we're gonna push really hard today and try to get all the way to our beach town. That means 7 hours of driving per the GPS, which means in reality it's probably closer to 9 hours, depending on the state of the roads. Now, so far this morning we've been on bad roads and worse roads. We've been on a few of the dirt chatterbox roads and a few really bad pothole roads. We've stopped and gotten fuel. We've driven through lots of little villages, just seeing a lot of the same thing we saw yesterday. For about the past 15 minutes after we stopped to fill up with fuel, we've been on a road that's pretty decent. I don't know how long that will last, but it'd be really nice if it was like this the rest of the way. But everyone in the van is tired and a little bit grumpy. The kitties are mad and they scream at us, which makes us feel guilty. So today is not the best day, but we're hoping that this long drive will make tomorrow be much, much better. So we have, according to the GPS, 3.5 more hours to go. So y'all cross your fingers for us. We need the roads to stay good because our nerves are shot. After years of traveling full-time, Curt and I have learned that the moment you cross an international line, whether it's arriving at an airport or pulling up in your van, that initial feeling of stress, it's real. You need to check directions, maybe translate something, or just let your family and friends know you made it safe. And being connected on your phone, just like you are when you're back at home, it just gives you an extra layer of peace of mind. That's why we're partnering with Airlo. But full transparency, we've been using this app religiously for over 2 years now, ever since we shipped our van to Europe. It is a non-negotiable part of our travel kit. Airlo is the world's first eSIM store, and it works in over 200 countries and regions around the world. You buy a digital eSIM card right through their app. You can buy for specific countries or for regions, which means we never have to hunt for a tiny little shop, deal with any language barriers, or wait in line to buy a physical SIM card again. And a huge plus for us, you get to keep your current phone number active too. This means we can literally cross a border, change our plans sooner than expected, which we've been known to do, cross another border, and always stay connected. That simple online process solves one of the biggest headaches of van life travel. If you want that same easy, stress-free connectivity on your next trip, you have to try Airlo. Install Airlo free today so you can stay connected wherever you travel, and use our code SNOWANDCURT to get $3 off of your first eSIM. Seriously, the process is so easy and it saves us so much hassle every time we change countries. So don't wait until you're stuck at customs at some border. Do yourself a favor and get Airlo sorted out now. Download the free Airlo app today. Use the code SNOWANDCURT to purchase your eSIM and only activate it when your trip begins. That's SNOWANDCURT for the code. The link is also down in the description. We'll see you guys out on the road.
Google says we have 2.5 hours left and 169 kilometers. I think, I don't know, the last few kilometers, 30 or whatever, are not going to be so good. But right now the roads are good and have been good for a little while, so knock on wood, good luck for that. Now I'm letting the camera roll as we come through this city, and some of you may kind of wonder why, but as we've traveled throughout Africa, we're always amazed at how many kids these little villages generate. And you know, as we're driving through the rural areas, there's a lot of little villages. And but anyway, we just came through a town, and I mean, it was just miles and miles of kids, and they all have really prim and proper school uniforms. And what's always amazing is we see people do a lot of their laundry in the rivers, and the rivers are kind of like almost like red or dirty water, and it's always amazing how white they're able to keep their clothes. But anyway, just fascinating, the sheer number of kids. And even as we go on for miles, so I guess maybe they come in from all these outer villages to go to school in the towns. That's my best guess. But we've seen it all over Africa, and we're seeing it again. So anyway, keep moving.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated if I listen to my heart. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I don't wanna be trapped in a box. I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my way.
We've had a driver change. Curt is going to finish this out today. GPS says an hour and 39 minutes left to go, 98 kilometers. as we head south, it's kind of going at a diagonal, and we keep getting closer and closer to the coast. And as we do that, we start seeing more and more signs of tropical stuff. We came over a hill a little while back, and there was just thousands and thousands of palm trees. And at first we thought we were coming up on like a palm oil farm, but that's not what it was. It must be a coconut farm, because these were tall, skinny coconut trees.
Put the lime in the coconut and shake it all.
Yep. And then there was even some coconut shell processing places, probably for the coconut fiber. And just starting to see a lot of mangoes and piñas, and it's just getting more tropical.
And we crossed into the Tropic of Capricorn.
Yeah, we did. So, let's see how we finish this out. The little towns are getting a little bit bigger. There was a lady with bananas on her head. So I think that as we get to the coast, things will get a little more populated. I think we'll probably encounter some traffic as we get closer to our beach town. But I do believe we made a good decision of trying to do this whole drive in one really long day rather than breaking it up in two. So that's how it's feeling right now anyway. Getting closer, guys, getting closer. We have made it to the city of Maxixe. Maxixe. And as always, once you get in the cities, the driving gets a little bit crazier. But to the left of us, you can see a big bay. The bay of, I might be going to say this wrong, Imbahante, which is a big city just on the other side of the bay over there. Now we need to wrap over and get on that side of the bay. There's no bridge and there's no ferry, so you have to drive around. So we still have an hour and 20 minutes to go. But over there, we'll be able to get closer to the Atlantic. No, not the Atlantic, listen to me. The Indian Ocean. And that is our destination. A little beach town over there called Tofo Beach. Praia de Tofo. That is where we're headed. And it looks like we're going to get there in a reasonable time to get settled in, so we can try to figure out what in the world's going on for us in this journey since we've made all these changes. We're getting closer now, and we've turned off the main road, where we kind of take a cut through a neighborhood to get over to the peninsula area. And this place is where they make bricks. There are brick making places everywhere.
400 meters.
Medium-sized ones, little ones, bigger ones. And we also followed a coconut truck into what looks like a coconut processing factory. And it's definitely got a cool little local vibe through here, doesn't it, Curt?
Yeah, you know, just cruising along amongst the mangoes and the coconut trees. And, yeah, it's pretty authentic and pretty cool. A lot of grass huts, palm frond huts through here. Yeah, it's just funny how the building structures change as you travel across the country.
I know, it's been such a long day, buddy, but we're so close. You're going to be so happy when we get there. We're close, buddy. We're so close. Hang in there. You guys, hang in there. I know, you're ready to be there. We are too, buddy.
Do you remember me? We haven't talked in a while. How you used to dream before you gave up your smile. When you were young and free, build castles in the air. I wanted to find you, I'm here to remind you, no matter how hard it gets, The years and the tears you spent are worth it all. It's worth it all. Don't have to live with regrets. Look up and lift up your head and stand up tall. Stand up tall. Don't sleep on your dreams. But tell me, can you see what you've known all your life? When your head's in the clouds, it's right in front of your eyes. You've been pushed and pulled till it's hard to believe. Oh, but I know that you're gonna be going where you're meant to be. No matter how hard it gets, the years and the tears you spent are worth it all. It's worth it all. Don't have to live with regrets. Look up and lift up your head and stand up tall. Stand up tall. Don't sleep, just bring it to life. Work through the night. Give it some time. Oh, the future is bright. Don't turn away, 'cause you're gonna break through child. No matter how hard it gets, the years and the tears you spent are worth it all. It's worth it all. Don't have to live with regrets. Look up and lift up your head and stand up tall. Stand up tall. Don't sleep on your dreams. No. Don't sleep on your dreams.
Sunset View, Turtle Cove Lodge.
Turtle Lodge, I think it's 5.
Yeah, that's where your yoga would have been. 700 meters.
Right up
The road curves around.
here. No, this is good. That.
No, mine doesn't. Stay on this road. Stay on this road. Something's wrong with yours.
In 300 meters, your destination will be on the left.
I think it's this stuff of huts up here.
Okay, I guess I don't have sunset.
Yeah, you have to keep going straight. You must have just hit a little pin next to it or something.
I see the sun.
Your destination is on the left.
Just pull over and park here. I'll have to unload here. We have made it. And I'm not even sure if we've told you, but we have rented an Airbnb for us to get settled in. Watch the power lines. Watch the power lines. You're okay. I think we turn around right here. Whew. And okay. She wants you to park over there. All right.
It has been a long week, a long drive to get here since we crossed the border of South Africa into Zimbabwe, and then made the decision that we're done. Long drive to Mozambique, from there another border crossing, and all the way down here. And I gotta tell you, we are beat. And when I say we, I mean the kiddies, and I mean us. We're exhausted, we're emotional, you know, and the first thing we did when we got here is, you know, we were kind of excited about this particular destination. So we unloaded the van. First and foremost, we got the cats comfortable, and they liked the place right away. Beautiful views, really a pretty apartment, but a couple of the things. We have a lot of planning to do in terms of what are the next steps in our lives, in our journey. I mean, we were kind of overwhelmed with everything that was going on. And Snow did one of her exhaustive searches for an Airbnb here.
Yeah.
And
I even messaged back and forth with the owner. We knew that in some places like this, air conditioning is not a thing, so I was scouring all the pictures on the Airbnb site, confirming there was air conditioning. And when I was looking at this place, it was looking like a good place. I could confirm that I could see the air conditioner in some photos, but the kitchen looked a little, I couldn't get some clear understanding of whether there was air conditioning in the kitchen. And I actually messaged the owner and asked her, I made her confirm that yes, everything was, you know, air conditioned. So that's kind of the backstory.
well, and you know, we had, it might sound petty that we need air conditioning. We've already talked extensively about the heat here. If you're coming here for just a week retreat, the sun and the beach and all that might be fine. But guys, we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do, which means a lot of time in our apartment. And anyway, we walked in, and it turns out all the windows in this place, beautiful sunset views, there's no glass, meaning it's screen.
Bug screen.
It's like bug screen, mesh. It's not like... So anyway, it seems...
You can't close the house.
Can't close the
Yeah.
house. So it seems counterproductive to have an air conditioning to take the heat off of the middle of the day with open air. And I got to tell you, when we walked in, we were sweating immediately,
Yeah, it was hot.
especially after moving the stuff into the van. And so it was a bit of an emotional moment. And we both kind of looked at each other and said, what are we going to do? We had already moved a bunch of stuff in. And we kind of started looking around, and around the screens, there's just little gaps in the windows. There's little gaps in the doorways.
And what you need to know about Mozambique, and that includes Tofo Beach, confirmed, is this is a high-risk malaria region.
Yeah, and we had friends in Cape Town and along the way who've gotten malaria in Mozambique. When we asked the locals if this is truly a thing, they're like, absolutely. In fact, the bed even has a mosquito net around it.
Not a pretty, make everything look cool mosquito net, a legit hardcore
A functional
mosquito net, because they're required here. You have to have them.
a functional mosquito net. So we took those two things into consideration. It was like a little college-style half fridge with a little kind of double gas burner or whatever. And anyway, we were just really set back. We didn't know what to do. Plus, this place is really expensive,
Yeah.
especially for our budget. And you guys know we've stayed in Airbnbs around the world. And for this location, for this infrastructure, for this type of roofing, just to give you an example.
Oh, yeah, the roof.
If we look up at the ceiling, we can see holes in the ceiling. Now, we only had one little leak so far in the rain, so nothing major, but needless to say, you can see sunlight through the roof. So
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel like, and then we're not directly on the beach, so it just doesn't feel like a high dollar accommodation yet. Because of our limited options, we kind of paid high dollar.
Yeah, well, and then, so we were unsure when we first got here whether we were going to stay here. And Curt was very open and honest with the lady and said, we'll stay one night and we'll decide. We kind of stopped unloading stuff till we figured it out. Fast forward a little bit, we decided to stay. One driver of that is moving the cats around is stressful on them. When we move into an Airbnb, we always make sure we're going to be there for a pretty good bit of time, because if you have cats or have ever been around cats, Moves are not something they're crazy about. So that weighed into it heavily, and it did cool down at night, and the air conditioner, despite the fact that there's no glass in the windows, did make it cool enough to sleep.
Yeah.
But when we were talking to her, when we were booking this thing, because we booked it for an extended amount of time, she gave us, and we didn't book this through Airbnb actually, we did it through her website that we found online. She had given us a pretty good discount for the extended stay. Well, when she came over the next day to see if we were going to stay or whatever, and we were getting ready to pay, she took that back because she said, I see you're going to run the air conditioner all day. And she said the power bills are too expensive here. So the discount got taken away, which is fine. We've dealt with that in Mexico. But
here's the long and short of it, guys. We were exhausted, we were done, and we were disappointed when we first arrived with this place. Now, again, it's pretty, it's comfortable. The owner brought us a fan.
An extra little fridge
outside. And she's sort of been accommodating. I should also add the water's not drinkable. And to add insult to injury, as we've been here a few days, you guys know we need new brakes. So we met a local who recommended a mechanic. He came by, looked at it. I don't know if he was a mechanic or not. Charged us $75 and really didn't do anything.
But tell us we can't get brake pads here.
And so anyway, we've walked down to the beach, and the people come up to you all the time wanting to sell you stuff, and they're pretty relentless. And anyway, we just haven't found a good place since we've been here.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it has to do with, you know, where we are mentally.
Oh, sorry. That was Vanna jumping on the table if you saw the camera jiggle. And speaking of Vanna, the cats do like it here.
The cats do like it here. And anyway, long story short, we didn't move out of the place because honestly, we just don't have or not aware of a lot of other options. Now maybe as we're here, we'll find some more. But we've got a lot of things to sort out anyway. So, yeah, we're here and we're going to make the best of it. This is kind of a world-renowned destination, if you will. And so I'm sure there's some really cool things to see. Maybe once we get our minds right, we'll be able to enjoy those in a different light. But yeah, as for now, we're just trying to work through it, guys.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of big stuff we're trying to work through.
And we've always told y'all, we'll share the good, the bad, and the in-between. And I would say this is about halfway between bad and in-between. And our mental state right now, pretty bad. But we're working on it. We're trying to figure things out.
I think we've been kind of a little bit whiny in the last few videos. Some of you probably say a lot whiny or what have you. But we got a lot of things to sort through, guys. And, and you know, we're sharing that with you. And, you know, anyway.
We'll figure it out, hopefully. Whether we do it before the next video or not, you will find out in a few days, because this is where we're going to wind this one down. Yeah,
in the next video, we're going to show you guys around Mozambique. We'll give you
Tofo
Beach, give you a better idea of what's going on. And then also, you know, I don't know how long it's going to take us to come up with our next moves, but we'll certainly share that with you as well as soon as we figure it out.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!